to Marvelous Unboxing, the guy who's always late to his own videos. You guys do know Spider-Man No Way Home is actually dropping this week, and hopefully the video is actually accurate this time. But nonetheless, we have the second wave of the Spider-Man No Way Home series, and although they're not as cool as the previous wave, I think we get introduction to some very familiar characters. It's been a while since I actually posted a video and been up to date with my current channel, but just wanted to let you guys know that I am currently doing a giveaway for Party Thor. It is scheduled to end on December 31st. Great way to end off the year. All you have to do is subscribe, leave a comment on this video, so anybody that leaves a comment will automatically be drawn. So unlike wave 1 that we previously saw before, we actually got introduction to a bunch of new characters and new costumes, to say the least. We got Doctor Strange, and then we got 2 new costumes. But as far as wave 2 goes, we only got recognizable characters such as MJ, the upgraded Spider-Man suit that we last saw in Far From Home, and of course, we got big old Ned. Oh, Ned, man, I should have made you an entire video just to yourself, just so you'd be able to fit fully in the video. Nonetheless though, most of these characters we've already previously seen on the actual trailer. We've get to see MJ in her costume, Ned as well, and with Spider-Man, I think this opens up the actual beginning of the movie. I'm really curious about when they're actually going to release the rest of the actual Funko Pops, because, well, I am sure you guys are just as excited as I am. Everything as far as the actual box art is going to remain about the same. Nothing is really going to change whatsoever. The front is about the same, and again, we get our cool little art on the side of the box. Flipping around back, we get to see a view of all the characters that we've so far gone over. We get the Spider-Man black and gold suit, Doctor Strange, and the integrated suit. So if you guys want to go check that out, I will leave a card somewhere up here. That way you guys can actually see them for yourselves. That's enough of the box art. Let's actually go ahead and unbox them. Getting a glimpse of our first character is going to be MJ, and before I actually start with the review, I do want to make a quick statement about this, or more so a comment. I'm really starting to get frustrated the way Funko actually makes the holes in there, and I am aware a lot of you guys are actually inbox collectors, so you guys might not have to worry about this or even know that this is an issue. But lately it seems like most of the holes that they make in here aren't really that big for the actual stub to go in them, and thus you get this little effect where you try to stab it in and it does not go all the way. And you might think it does, and maybe it does for some of them, but it looks pretty awful and it just ends up falling apart. So getting our first actual clear glimpse of MJ, this is the third time where she's going to be in the movie. We've already seen her since the movie Homecoming, so she's come a very long way. I actually do not have any Funko Pops of MJ, which is kind of disappointing, to be honest, but here's a much better look at it. I really don't have anything to compare it more so to what it picks, but I think one of the things you guys are mostly interested in is going to be the actual costume. It looks like a normal high school valedictorian super smarty pants costume, and while it doesn't look this bad, I'm going to post a clip of where the actual costume comes from if it's actually been revealed in the trailers. Not that it's going to give anything away. It's just a standard ordinary costume, boots, gray, purple t-shirt, necklace, nothing fancy, nothing crazy, or maybe it is on the fancy side, but it's nothing going to be really revealing as much as Spider-Man is going to be. But here's your standard costume. Now, as far as the actual goes, in terms of details, because I actually always like to go over this, is the way they've actually improved far up on the details. I've previously gone over a lot of my Funko Pops in the past, and I think one of the biggest improvements is the actual realisticness and details that they've gone over and making them come out with traits such as hair. I think it looks really good. I think overall the details have actually improved more and more as the months have come through, but I think one of the things they've really fallen under is creativity and making actual cool pops. But here you go. Here's a first look at MJ. I knew I should have given Ned his own video. That bloody chump wouldn't fit in here. Wow, I'm disappointed. I can hardly fit his face in here. Jokes aside though, here's a better look at Ned. He actually has a very hard time standing up. I'm not really sure if it was because based on the design or that's just the way Ned actually is. He just has a very hard time standing up all the time. But nonetheless though, here's a better look at his costume, and I'm pretty sure we've already seen this in the trailers. Again, it's nothing really special, and I unfortunately don't really have a Ned to compare it to, and I know he's lost a lot of weight. He looks a lot different now, and there is speculation that he is supposed to be the Hobgoblin in the future, or some sort of goblin, or maybe that's just a rumor. Who knows, but he has really changed his looks in the past couple of months, maybe even years. And wow, he's come a long way. So nothing really to compare it to. Don't really know if the change of the size has really gone into the Funko Pop or it's just remaining the same, but nothing too fancy, nothing too special. We just get a cool pop, yellow standard jockey jacket, shoes, pants, and again his big old face, and he looks like he's part of his hair, which is the way he's always done his hair. So looks like as far as the actual head's gonna go, Ned's gonna remain about the same. And last but not least, we have Spider-Man. In all honesty, I might probably just add this to my Far From Home collection just because it fits so incredibly well. I mean, just look at the design. He's web slinging. He looks amazing, and I know he's only gonna be wearing this costume for a little bit of the movie just because he's gonna morph into his whole other costumes. And just to say the least, we've only gotten a preview of 2 other costumes, so who knows what else we're gonna get. Maybe no costume, maybe even damaged costume, no mask, who knows. The possibilities are endless. But as far as this pop goes, it's gonna be the coolest one out of this half of the wave. It looks amazing, and it knocks it all out of the ballpark. I think whenever they do stuff like this, that it looks incredible. That the way they make it into a flying pose and the way they look into the details, it just looks phenomenal. Now, I know at the beginning of the actual movie, as Sony did release, we are actually going to get a preview of the suit, and I'm not really sure if he's going to be web slinging. He is going to be carrying around MJ, so maybe we'll get some sort of movie moment. Who knows? We haven't gotten one in a very long time. But here you go. Here's your Far From Home costume. I actually don't have one to compare it to, so that's a bit unfortunate. Nothing really to compare in contrast the details, but I hope you guys can actually see it yourself and just look at the very fine details that they've done, especially in cooperation with his actual squirrel costume that I call it. Not really sure what it's called, but it does add tremendous details. Alrighty, well, that's going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm very glad that this video did not take very long to make. It only took me about a couple days, really, in all honesty, and I've stopped being so lazy, so hopefully that helps you guys keep up to date with my channel. But nonetheless, I hope you guys are ready to go see Spider-Man No Way Home, because I certainly have. I think I bought almost 8 tickets now to go see a couple of the screenings. I think maybe 6 on the first day with a couple of friends. So I'm sorry if you guys weren't able to get any, but there's always the next stage. Well, until then, I'll be sure to bring you more of the No Way Home exclusives. I'm guaranteed that they'll be dropping after the movie releases. Maybe things like Sandman, Lizard, Electro, and if the possibility is open of the new Spider-Mans, maybe make a trilogy set with all 3 Spider-Mans if you do believe that such actors are in the movie. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say if they are or they aren't, but who knows. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and that's going to be all before Ned blows up. See you guys later. Peace out.